Hello. Hello. Y'all excited? For those of you who don't know me, my name is Gabriel Almaguer, and I'm the Midland High School Theater President, as well as one of this year's seniors. Sorry, I'm crying. We just had a cry fest back there. This is the first time I'm giving a presidential speech in front of an audience, and the last time. So please cheer very loudly when I'm done. Tonight is a very lucky night for all of you. You all get to watch a show filled with magic and adventure. This show will make even the strongest among you cry. I'm looking at you, sir. After months of working on this show, we've been lucky enough to take this show all the way to state contest and place third. We poured our hearts and soul into this show with blood, sweat, and a lot of tears. Spent months of perfecting it and hope you enjoy it. So, without further ado, my friends, my family presents The Old Man and the Old Moon for the very last time. Thank you.
Did you know there was once a time when the moon was always full? Yet not just once a month, mind you, but every single night. Well, it came to be the way we know it now, well, that's quite the story. There once was an old man whose job it was to fill the moon. You see, there's a leak in the moon. It's very small, but the light goes dribbling out, falls into a wee little bucket hanging at the side of a cliff below. But it was the old man's job to take that bucket and climb back up in the sky and keep the moon filled to its brim.
There you go! 99.
This has been the old man's job for a very, very long time. So long a time, in fact, that if you were to ask him, what did you get your job? He'd not have an answer for you. Truth is that he couldn't remember. And neither could his wife.
I'm back, love.
He had a wife. Did I mention?
Oh, you're just in time to help with supper.
Is it fish?
And I thought you'd never guess.
Oh, no surprises between us.
Oh, no, there aren't. Are there? Well, don't get very comfortable. I'll need your help with the fish.
Oh, I've been working all day. You don't need my help.
Oh, sure I do. There's a bone here. You see the one with the black end on it? When you pull it apart, both sides, the whole fish comes apart. Oh, just like that.
Aye.
Only I can't do it alone. I need your help.
You need my help to break that wee little fish bowl.
Oh, I need your help to make the wish. It's a wishbone.
Oh, well, can't you see that I'm busy, love?
moon ran empty.
No, I don't. Do you even know yourself?
Something terrible, you can be sure.
Oh, to town then. No further. We'll be back before the moon does more than drop a light.
No. Thank you.
Your wife's asking you to go on an adventure with her, old man. Oh, take that sailboat, go west, all the way to the end of the world.
To the end of the world? We've never even been to town.
Come with me.
We'll see. We'll just see.
Do you remember the day we met?
No, I don't.
Oh, nor me neither. Doesn't that bother you?
Oh, I don't know. There are worse things than forgetting.
Are there?
Familiar, but where is it from? There is no force on earth that comes even near close to matching the power of memory. Memory, that's the most powerful thing.
Oh, there! There it is again!
What is it?
Oh, don't you hear it?
Hear what, love?
Do you not hear it? Oh, but how do I know it? Where do I know it from?
Memory can last for a long time. Centuries, eons. It'll burn low like a coal fire, cooling low until you hardly pay no attention. But one day it'll spark up and set your mind alight. And that's just what happened to the old woman. Memory, a melody. It came into her mind, and before she knew it, she was following a flame. So it was that the old man awoke in the middle of the night to find that his wife left him. Love, where are you? Love, where'd you go?
Oh, come away, love, from the door. What look you through the window for?
The boat. She took the boat. What are you doing, love? Where are you going? To town, is it? And I meant to just dive in here and swim after you? Right. Well, go on your way then. I'll walk to town and meet you there. I'll be back by the end of the day. Just keep an eye on yourself. No reason to worry. Where is everyone? Oh, excuse me. I'm looking for a woman, my wife. She's my age, and she would have sailed in alone sometime this morning. Would you happen to have seen her?
Oh, have a seen her. She came into my shop this morning and bought out my entire stock. Said she was sailing west and didn't know when she returned.
What are you doing,
Lord, if
love?
you're trying to catch her, you're going to be
A
boat.
boat?
Yes.
Well, where am I supposed to find a boat?
Well, you could try over there. It's a boat shop.
Yes! I'd like to charter a boat. Money? Oh, yes. What? I paid for a boat.
Not with 3 brass coins, you didn't. Even that's paddle arrows with 4. Come along, Mickey. That's the last of our merchandise. We're closing up the show.
Yes, sir! Well, what am I supposed to do with a paddle when my wife doesn't
I
see it?
don't know.
Here, take this hat.
Consider it a gift. You are a very last customer after all.
But that's my hat. It belonged to me grandfather.
Mickey, what am I always telling you? 5 words to live by. The customer is always right.
But I can't go to sea in a hat.
Wrong. You can. If you're very small.
Please, don't lose that hat.
Mickey!
Oh, I'm coming. Damn it all. Should be halfway to the end of the world by now.
I've been told to be breathing, really.
Hang on! I know this hat! That emblem! It's the sign of the 14th Naval Infantry! But they were all wiped out in the Battle of Whiskey River during the First Colonial War. All except one. Who?
Pericles Llewellyn McWallender.
First Lieutenant Pericles Llewellyn McWallender, hero of the Imperial Fleet. I am named after him. He was the greatest adventurer to ever sail the seas.
Well, where'd you get that hat, old man?
I am Lieutenant Pericles Llewellyn McSalamander.
McWallender?
Right, that's me.
Unbelievable! It's such an honor to meet you. Mr. Madison, we have to take this guy with us. He's charmed.
A hero of the Imperial Fleet. Well, of course I'll go with us. We'd be fools not to take him.
Come aboard, Lieutenant.
Oh, I'm coming. It's just this, it's been a long time since I've been on the sea.
Oh, don't worry, I'm sure it hasn't
Changed much.
And shit! South! 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 But I need to go west. Why aren't we going west?
The wars in the South. Let me just say, sir, if even half the stories about you are true, then you're an inspiration to us all.
What's your name, lad?
Llewellyn, sir. After your middle name. That's strange.
What is?
Don't the moon look kind of different tonight? Like it's losing light. I wonder what it means.
Oh, don't you look at me like that. No, I won't be long. I just have to turn this ship westward, catch up to her, bring her home, and everything will go back to normal. Just don't go doing anything dramatic while I'm gone, do you hear?
Yet just then, a giant tentacle wrapped itself around my arm and tugged and it threw me around like a side of beef. And that's, my friends, how I got this scar on my pinky. Right there! There he is, Lieutenant.
Tell us a story, Lieutenant. Oh, this job was the end of the
Oh,
world.
no. My wife's the one with all of the stories,
Oh.
not me. Well, none worth telling anyway.
Mr. Madison tells the best stories.
Oh, yes, that's the one when you were trapped in the cave.
Oh, yes. What about the mermaid?
Go yourself.
Well, if our honored guest here doesn't want to tell us one of the stories, perhaps he'll allow me to tell one more. I will tell you the story of how Lieutenant Pericles Llewellyn McWallender disappeared from the world and was never seen again. Until now, of course. The lieutenant would disappear for months at a time, but return with treasure and tales of distant lands. But the last time he returned to harbor, well, even straight home and kissed his wife. She was pregnant at the time, the poor woman, but he was back out on the open sea before the sun could shake hands with the moon. But rumors began to circulate that
out at sea. A city at the end of the world. An ancient paradise, buried by time. But though his wife would go every day to the dock and wait for his return, they all thought that they had seen the last of Pericles, Llewellyn, Nick Wallander.
Whoa.
But as it turns out, they were wrong. Every one of them were years in some lands. The greatest adventurers that ever lived. May we all be so lucky as to someday hear the story of your Thank you. It is good to be back. Well, I can't tell you the whole story at this present moment. I can tell you there is a treasure at the end of the world. To the west, the western end of the world, there's a city. I found it. Oh, yes. And it is every bit as beautiful as you could ever imagine.
Oh, what's it like?
What's it like? Well, it's like nothing you've ever seen before. So it's a city, but a very big city, with tall buildings all clustered together, and bridges, and palaces, and light. What's that? There's light in the city. And in the glow of that light, you begin to feel all the worries of the world melt away. And there's music. Follow me there. I've been looking for a crew to go back with me. That's why I came with you. There's not a single one of you without the courage to make the journey. Come with me. I'll lead you to paradise. A city at the end of the world. Lads, you heard your captain. Westward ho! Westward ho! Sail for love, for yours in the sea. The waves they break upon my soul for thee. And so we were off. In the weeks past, as we follow our new captain's orders through the rough waters of the west.
Captain! Captain! There's a giant coral reef ahead of us. It could cut us to ribbons. Shall we go around it?
Straight through. We can't afford to veer off course.
But Captain!
West, onward west.
We made it!
Captain! Captain! We're fast approaching shark-infested waters, man-eaters, the size of horse cars! Stay on course. They'll move if they know what's good for them. Captain! Straight through! Oh, here they come. Look at them swarming the rust street, dozens of them. Look at them storm! Oh, the rich mother of double malt scotch! They're jumping out of the water! It was up there already. And you know what it's been all I'm trying to say. Well, all I'm saying is, he's driving us too hard. And for what? What's the hurry, I want to know? And he talks to himself. Have you seen it? Sometimes he's talking to a woman who isn't there. And sometimes he's talking to the sky.
And speaking of the sky, have you seen the moon lately? She's half empty by now.
Something's coming, lads. Something bad. And ask yourselves, when it gets here, is the captain the man you want leading us to it? He deserves our trust.
Why is that, huh?
He's Lieutenant Pericles Llewellyn Wallander.
Is that who he is? To me, he just looks like an old man. He wins us over with talks of paradise and doesn't speak another word
that's it. He drives us like cats through hell and high water. So what's the plan?
The plan? There is no plan. Keep the ship moving. That's the plan. I'm the captain. It's my ship. I'm Pericles Llewellyn McSalamander, and I'm the one.
McWallender, why can't you get your own story straight? Why won't you tell us where we're
Why
going?
aren't you anything like the stories I read about you?
Because they aren't his stories.
What?
I served with Lieutenant Pericles Llewellyn McWallender. He was my first captain when I was a boy.
And he's not him. Then who is he?
I don't know.
Well, if you knew all along, why didn't you tell
What
us?
can I say? I like a good story.
You lied to me. To all of us.
All right, I did lie about
You made us risk our lives for the sake of... For what?
Llewellyn.
We are to make you walk the flying gold mine.
I will show you.
Callahan, get some rope.
My lad, please.
Callahan!
Look! The moon! It's gone! No!
Where is he? Now, they're covering the whole sky! Take us around, back! Fucking everything in this storm! And the weather up to the process, boys! Turn my eyes now! Come on, you ready to ride to the devil, lads? All of us, cast out into the sea like skipping stones. And there, just across the broken hull of our ship, you can make out the hands of our captain as he disappeared beneath the waves. Well, the old man sank. Down, and as he sank, he looked up at the hole in the sky where the moon had once been. I'm sorry!
Isn't it just like the sea to come between you and me? Out on the water, you could be. As I watch with anxiety, you'd say, don't think the sea from the shore, the ocean was here long before. The land, take my hand, come out here with me, but of course I never leave, and you float out to sea.
Hello? Lads! I can't see. Where am I?
A fish. You're inside the belly of a fish.
Oh, you mean a fish?
There must be some way out.
A blowhole.
Nope, not a way. You see that wishbone looking thing? Oh, well, we have tons of them like a rib cage.
Where's the mouth?
Over there. But don't imagine I haven't thought of that. I've thought of everything. Escape out the mouth, out the other less pleasant way.
Be here.
I'm getting out. So will no one escape from the belly of a fish? It's like they say in the song.
What song?
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Dear all, to whom I am led, what to reason to ever see, and would lead me to God for our lost. I'm all alone, only me and my own, in the dark like a soul thou hast present.
You're going to die down here? I'm going to die down here. I'll never see my wife again.
The last time I saw my wife, she begged me not to leave.
You have a wife.
Yes, I had a wife. I don't have anything anymore. I left her dozens of times. It was just no way back then. Onwards towards the City of the Light.
What did you say?
The City of the Light, you heard of it? A city lit by liquid light, yes!
Well, did you ever find it?
No!
Do you want to see your wife again?
Of course I want that.
Well, there's two of us now. Between the two of us, you're closer than you've ever been.
That will never happen.
Well, I'm not giving up. Oh, the trouble is that I don't have my tools. I wish that I had. I wish that I had. What's your name? Oh, that's it! What's it? I know how to get us out of here. Do you see that bone? The one with the two black ends on it. If we pull that bone, both sides, the whole fish comes apart. Just like that. But I can't do it alone. I need your help.
I've been down here long enough to try every method of escape. Long enough to die.
Well, what are you saying? You're
Dead! Yes! Ghost, if you like.
Well, it doesn't matter whether you think you're dead. We can escape. There's a way out.
To what? The McWallender name dies with me.
What name was that?
Lieutenant Pericles Llewellyn McWallender. And you can have it. I got the
Oh, there's a remarkable story I'll tell you one day. But as for what reason you have to be escaping, how's this for ya?
My hat!
I already know who gave me that hat.
Who?
Your grandson.
I have a grandson.
And he knows all about you. Everyone does. His name is Mickey. He's alive and well, and I'm sure there's nothing he'd like more than to finally meet his granddaddy.
All right, I'll help
Oh,
you.
good man, Lieutenant. All right, grab a hold of there. On the count of three, we each pull as hard as we can. Brace yourself. 1, 2.
So wait.
What is it?
Can you take this to him? To Mickey. Tell him to make his grandfather proud.
All right then. Ready, Lieutenant?
Ready.
In the dark at the soul of a prison.
For how many hours? Or days, or weeks? Did the old man spend in the belly of the fish? Long enough. For the world he emerged into was a changed one. This world. Get a hand on her. Don't let him knock about.
I'm not going to let him knock about.
I'm watching you right now. You're letting him knock about.
Well, now you've dropped here.
Help me.
Oh, I'm sure he's dead. Lying in here.
Easy now.
There we are.
Yo!
Check.
Alice!
Check.
Botany, take us up.
Check, check. Up we go.
And we're off. Who are you? Hello. How are you feeling? I feel as if the ground is moving.
Oh, yes, well.
We're flying
Yes.
in the air. Welcome aboard the air balloon. Oh, I'm Solomon, and this is Button. And who may I inquire with the pleasure of scooping out the desert, saving from a slow death by dehydration? I'm, the old man. That's cryptic. Right. Which direction are we flying? West. Sorry to say we can't turn back. That's what you hope. The world is going to bits, and we seem to be the only ones doing anything about it. Have you seen anyone else? Below, I mean.
No. Why?
Oh, I'm looking for my wife.
Another rescue, is it? We're already overburdened as it is with just us aboard.
These stones, I can
stumped.
The laws of nature out the window. Well, it's because the moon has been left unfilled. Oh, that's the reason for all of this.
Interesting.
Well, it's better than anything we've come up with. What's the remedy?
We have to fill the moon with what? Liquid light.
Of course! And where might one find some liquid light?
In the city of light.
Where else? Where is this city?
Oh, west. We're going the right way. Look. In the distance. Through the clouds. Something's glowing.
No,
It's the city.
he's right. Solomon, look there.
I don't believe it. It's beautiful.
We're about to be caught in the middle of a storm and no
Get out of here. We have to keep going. We're nearly there.
I can't, we're too heavy.
But I'm going.
No!
The old man fell. As he fell, he looked up at the sky. For the years he kept the moon unchanging. For his wife and their love, the years unchanging. The old man fell. But after he fell, he stood up. He looked around. The city of light. Memory. It sleeps. Well, forever, maybe, until a spark lights a candle. Casts a shadow on the wall in the shape of things you know you've seen before. As the old man roamed the streets of a city buried by time and the sea, he began to remember. It came to him slowly, like a story he'd heard long ago. Familiar but strange. There once was a young man. He lived in a city that was built into the base of a magnificent cliffside. This was before there was a moon in the sky. Oh, and at night the world was a dark and dangerous place, beset by storms and chaos. But
Oh, come away now.
not within the city, for it was protected from beneath by a wellspring of liquid light. And the people of the city, they fought over night, hung it in lanterns, painted their homes with it. The light sustained and protected them. But something changed. A great cloud appeared. There was a clap of thunder. And for the first time it began to rain in the city of the light. And it didn't stop raining. Oh, it rained and rained. The water level rose until it had become a raging deluge. The young man watched, helpless as the people of the city were carried off by the flood. I was alone. The waters rising, tearing everything away. But the young man ran to where the fountain of liquid light sprung from the cliffside. He filled the bucket with the light, and with the flood waters fighting at his heels, he began to fly. I had to keep it safe. Over the light, it was too heavy. The waters they caught up tore him from the cliff. Oh, he was sure to drown, sunk like a stone. But then I was lifted by a pair of hands belonging to a young woman. She was beautiful.
Are you all right? What was it inside of that bucket that was so important you let yourself drown?
Peered into the bucket.
You saved some of it.
I've got to keep it safe. The young woman, she looked at the bucket and then up at the sky.
There! We'll hang it in the sky to keep it safe.
So I built a lantern, and she built a tall ladder. And together we climbed up into the sky and hung the lantern there, filled to the brim with liquid light. And from that high place we looked down, and the light from the moon shone on the earth and on the raging seas, and the waters calmed.
It's the light.
The rain became drizzle, the drizzle became dew. And the young man and woman descended the ladder to see what had become of the world below. were just setting out when the young man heard a sound. You see, the young man was not a master craftsman, and he had left a crack in the basis of the lantern that could not be mended. What choice did I have? So he stayed behind, to watch over the moon, to keep it full. And she stayed to help me. They built a little cottage by the cliffside, and the years passed. But every day the young man made the young woman the same promise. He made her a promise. Until they both grown so old that the promise was forgotten. I made her a promise. And so, the old man turned to face that cliffside, and he began to climb. Saying,
I will undertake it, sir.
Good man.
I won't let the moon out of my sight. It'll never lose a drop.
Llewellyn, the moon doesn't need to be full. Well, not always. It's good for it to go through its changes. Just so long as you're there to fill it up when it's empty. Keep a wide gauge, Llewellyn, and lay eyes on as much of the world as you can.
I'll remember that, sir.
Oh, one more thing, Llewellyn. This hat belongs to a boy in town. Mickey is his name. Tell him to make his grandfather proud. And so, the old man joined his wife at the dock. Together, stepped off the land and onto their little boat, and then they were off, sailing out towards the point where the sea meets the night sky. And as they grew smaller against the horizon, and the full moon swung low to greet them, it seemed they to be aloft from earthly waters, drifting instead upon the radiance of the moon's glow.
All right. Hey, everyone, we're going to do senior presentation. So senior parents, if you'll come up here with your kiddos. Come find your kiddo. So while they're making their way to the stage, I just want to tell you what an incredible experience this has been. This is my first appearance at state, and I've been at this for about 18 years. And it's also Mr. Sanchez and Mr. Murillo's first time out of the hat as well. It's the first time Midland Heisman to state in 39 years. So we were just really excited to be here. I know. We're taking bets on how many I'll get through before I start to cry.
3.
I think they all have like a pool going right now. Okay, can you all spread out just a little bit more? Oh, okay. We'll make it go. Alright, we're gonna start with Abby. Come on out. Alright, so this is Abby. Come on, guys. You guys come out with her. So Abby's been part of this department for 4 years. Abby was Kat's little sister. And so she kind of started out as just a little sister hanging out because her sister was at rehearsal every day. And then she became invested in the program, and we became invested in her. And she has stage managed so many shows for us, and she has worked tireless hours, and she just never ever stops. I'm so glad that the little sister grew up into a great big leader. Tell us who's up here with you.
I have my sister Katarina and my dad Mikey Ramirez.
And tell us where you're going to go to school and what you're going to major in.
I'm gonna go to Texas School of Cosmetology. I'm gonna major in cosmetology.
Congratulations, thank you, Abby. Next, I have Aiden Wallace. Aiden. All right, Aiden came to me a couple of years ago. He was dragged here by his friend Allie Lelis. Oh, hi. Where's your dad? Oh, no. Hi, you want to visit with Sissy? Gary, you want to go meet your brother? Oh, there's your daddy. You want to go meet your daddy? No? Okay, you stand right here. Okay. Aiden is an incredible dancer, and Aiden has helped us so much with so much choreography over the years, and he's a wonderful actor too. We are blessed to have him in this department, and he's going to be sorely missed. Aiden, tell us who your parents are.
My mom's Alicia Shu.
And tell us where you're going to go to school.
I'm going to go to Midland College and study real estate and interior design.
Congratulations. All right, next up is Natalie. I guess he's going with me. He was my surprise. Colton, go with your dad. Here, I'm going to hand him to you. You ready? Sorry, guys. They really do miss me during this time of year. You want to go with Daddy? Yep, good plan. Nope, okay, never mind. All right. So Natalie's been with us also for 4 years. And Natalie is one of those incredibly quiet kids who just always volunteers. Natalie is always the first one that says, I'll help. I'll do it. Whatever you need, I'm there. You need someone to play an instrument? I can. You need someone to take over this part? I'm there. You need someone just to help pass out lunches? I'm your girl. Natalie is one of our great leaders because she leads by example. And we love her to pieces. So Natalie, tell us who's with you.
I have my mom, Carmen Guerrero, and my dad, Juan Guerrero.
And where are you going to go to school?
UTPB and major in music education.
Congratulations. Sarah Walker. All right. Sarah came to us 2 years ago, right? Yeah, she came to us. She's one of our surprise kiddos, and she has taken us by storm. This girl came to life this year. She started competing in TFA, and she just started taking everybody down. Metroplex kids, Houston kids, she didn't care. She was going to win those tournaments. And Sarah caught our eye in such a magical way. And we love her, and we are so glad she's part of this department. And she is going to be very missed. Tell us who's with you.
My dad, Bonnie Walford, and my mother, Kimberly Walford.
And where are you going to go to school and what you going to do?
Midland College to study criminology and theater.
And she's going to be amazing. Carter Lopez, I see you back there. Hiding. All right, Carter Lopez has been with me all 4 years now. Yeah. So Carter keeps having secret talents. I say, who wants to do film? And Carter's like, I got this. Oh, I'll go to semifinals at state this year. No big deal. Oh, you want me to do a video during quarantine? I gotcha. And everyone cried, including the UIL State Drama Director. Oh, you need a pianist? Oh, I do that. Oh, you need a violin player, cello player, whatever. Yep, I do that too. And so Carter, again, has been one of those kids that just surprises you time and time again about what he can do and when he can do it. And he's passionate about what he does. And if you watch him back there playing the piano, which I did the other night, he's magical. He just sits back there with all the passion you could possibly imagine, playing those notes and breathing every bit of life into that instrument. We're going to tell us who you got with you.
I got my mom, Monica Lopez.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to go to University of North Texas and study media studies and film.
All right, Mia's your picture. Oh, man. Mia has been with me for 3 years, right? 3 years. This girl has got a voice like you would not believe. And the personality to go with it. If someone's going to break a nail, it's going to be Mia. But then she's going to do it, and she's going to show you how much she can do with it. This girl's one of the hardest working girls I know. In not only her singing, in her acting, in her work ethic. She works so hard, and so does her mom. You know, is one of our president of our booster club, and we are going to miss her too. She works so hard. She's like, what do you need? Where do I pick up food? How many Happy Meals do you need? I mean, they're both incredible workers. Mia has a gorgeous gift, and she's a showstopper on stage. If you missed her in Mamma Mia, you have missed a show. So Mia, we love you. Tell us what you're going to do.
I am going to Texas School of Cosmetology, and I'm going to major in cosmetology.
Oh, and Mia, her very first time I met her, walks up and she goes, these are my two dads. And I wasn't quite ready for that. And I was like, oh, that's great. And then so their dads play along with that for quite a while. And how many all pulled in that these are Mia's two dads. And I was like, great, I love it. It's like, let's go. And so then it took me a minute to realize that these these are two most amazing men in her life that support her like you would not believe. So tell us who you got with you.
I got my father, Bo Zetafuche, and I have my mother, Laura Rogers, and my stepdad, Doss Rogers.
And what do you, oh, you told us what you're going to do. All right, Mia, we're going to miss you. All right, Bryce. Oh, Bryce. We love him a lot. This kid's one of those kids that just, again, like I have this whole group, they're all orchestra kids. And they're just like silent, like super talented kids who don't tell you how talented they are until you ask. Or you're like, hey, I really need a ... And he's like, yeah, I can do that. Like, I'm telling you, these orchestra kids are amazing humans. So Bryce and I know each other 4 years, right? Not all 4 years. Bryce is one of those kids that can work backstage, and he can be on stage, as you saw tonight. He's done a lot of backstage work for me, and he's just always on top of his game, cool and collective. His hardest part today was probably elevator operator in Sweet Surrender, where we had a 40-minute show, and he had 80-something cues, where the elevator had to perfectly open and close together at the same time with 2 separate pieces. So we had rehearsal after rehearsal just for Bryce to learn how to open, like, work the elevator. Tell us who you have with us.
This is my mom, Lisa Zoller, and my dad, Brian Gray.
All right, tell us what you're going to do.
I'm going to the University of North Texas to do communications.
All right, awesome. All right. Kaden, Murray, there you are. Come here. All right. Kaden with me 2 years, right? 3 years. 3? Oh my gosh, you did. All right, this is Kaden Rodriguez. And Kaden was terrified his first show. That was Wizard of Oz, wasn't it? Yeah, it was Wizard of Oz. If you were around Wizard of Oz, it was a little stressful. So Kaden's our Wizard of Oz. I wasn't sure he was going to come back, but he did, and I'm glad he did. He worked so hard. So he plays guitar, and on a whim, I was like, yeah, I need a banjo player. Anybody play banjo? Of course, nobody, like, what high school kid do you know plays banjo? And Kaden goes, I can learn it. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, you can learn it. I'm sure you're gonna learn this. So Miss Shaw was like, he might. I'll buy him a banjo. We'll see how it goes. And in 2 weeks, he was playing the banjo. I know, right? It's incredible. So 2 weeks into the banjo playing, and he just has gotten better and better and better. Caden's worked so hard over the last several years. I'm so sorry, I'm getting over a sinus infection. I promise I tested negative for COVID. And we love him and adore him. Tell us about your family.
This is my mom, Mandy Rodriguez. This is my dad, Juan Rodriguez, and of course, me.
Tell me about what you're going to do.
Well, I'm going to go to Midland College and pursue theater for the rest of my life.
Yes, and he can too. Okay, we love him. All right, Miss Morgan Peck. There you go. So Morgan's been with me all 4 years. And Morgan has survived all the prop master things she could possibly do in a lifetime. And this year I said, you know what, kid, I don't need you backstage. I need you on stage. And she took on She took on an incredibly difficult role, and she works so hard. This girl, her daddy raised her right. Because this girl can outlift any of these boys on stage, with the exception of maybe Becky. She can load a trailer, she can back up a trailer, which I don't know very many people that can do that. This girl can change a tire, she can like get everybody, like we were loading out in the rain, and that girl was like, we got this. I mean, she was just at it nonstop. She's a leader, again by example, and through her words. And she's so smart, she's number 6 in her class, she's top 10. And we're so proud of her. She gives up countless hours of extra time to help us, and we love her to pieces. Tell us who's with you.
My dad, Mark Peck, and my mom, Mandy Peck.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to the University of North Texas, and I'm majoring in social work.
And you guys, she's going to change the world. Jacob Flores. you don't know who I am. I'm Jacob Flores, and I can help you run sound. To which I read the email and went, okay. And I think I clicked delete. Fast forward 2 years later, he shows up in my third period class. And I'm like, oh, this kid's got great hair. I think he could be an actor. He doesn't know you really do this. And then he tried to act, and I went, never mind, you're not an actor. And he said, you knew I was gonna rush you a little bit. And then he said, but I can run sound. I emailed you when I was a freshman. I told you, and I was like, oh. You did. And he's brilliant. You should see his setup back here. So this kid has changed everything about what we do in sound here in Midland High. He's helped rework all of our lighting systems, our sound systems. He's upgraded us. He's taught other kids how to do things. So even when he's gone, the legacy will live on. He works so hard, and he never ever stops. And we couldn't be more proud to have him on our team. So who else you got with us?
My dad worked for us, and my mom was for us.
And you are going straight to work. What are you going to do?
I'm going to work as an audio engineer in the Permian Basin.
And he's going to kill it. Gabriel. Gabriel's been with me all 4 years. He is the last, you and Morgan, right? The last two from Whitesnake, or is it just you? It was just him. He was one of our alternates in Whitesnake his freshman year. And he became a seamstress. I won't call you seamstress because that seems weird. But he started out with a sewing machine. He said, I want to learn. And then the next project came up and he said, well, I want to learn that too. And so he has become quite the prop designer. He knows his way around a sewing machine, a screw gun. He knows his way around lighting equipment. And he also knows his way around the stage. And he's been in more shows than I can even count at this point. And has done a really great job. And if you had told me his sophomore year that he would be the performer he is his senior year, I probably would have laughed. Because he was a little stubborn when he was a sophomore. But he has grown and challenged himself and has worked and worked and worked to be the actor and performer he is. And tell everybody who's with you.
This is my mama, Paulina Tomlinson.
And tell them where you're going to go and what you're going to do.
I am going to the Texas A&M University of Corpus Christi, and I am majoring in acting and directing.
Kevin Hammond. So Kevin earned a nickname when he was here with us in Wizard of Oz. Nebraska was his nickname. We also called him Corn-Fed. So Big Mike, who was this ginormous boy, big husky man, was playing Uncle Henry when his family decided to up and move to Houston. And I said, well, Kevin, you're the understudy. And he was like, oh, okay. So understudy he was, and then Uncle Henry he became. And I started watching, I was like, where did we get this kid from? And so we started calling him Nebraska and Corn-Fed. And then we put him in boots in the Book of Will as he strutted across the stage. And then we said, you know what? You did so well in those boots, let's put you in high heels. And we'll have him play Mrs. Osgood in Sweet Surrender, which he will never in his life live down. He makes a fantastic woman, just so you know. And then here he is his senior year, and this guy has just spent countless hours of his own time working and working and working to develop this character. And he has done an outstanding job. I've known Kevin since he was a little kid, and I terrorized him at Bowie when I came to work his production of Charlotte's Web. And you were playing Uncle Henry. Were you also playing Uncle Henry? Yeah? So he's played Uncle Henry a few times. He was the uncle. And I was doing an acting workshop with him and making him be animals and stuff, and it scared him to bits. But then he still stayed with us, so we appreciate that. So tell us who's with you.
This is my mom, Cindy Hammond, and my dad, Lyle Hammond.
And what are you going to do?
I'm going to Texas A&M Corpus Christi and majoring in acting and directing.
Layton Petty. Layton, you auditioned for me when you were a freshman, didn't you? You did. So you were in here your theater, and I said, oh, it won't be that much of a commitment, you'll be fine. Not much of a commitment, I said. It'll be easy, I said. Layton, did I lie?
Just a bit.
So Layton started out as a wizard in Wizard of Oz, and he is the one that has the most fond memories of the production and doesn't understand what the rest of us were complaining about. He had a great time. So Layton we tease him, when we see he starts to stress, he has a little Layton right here that pops out, we call his little Layton. So we know when rehearsal's getting too intense when little Layton starts showing up. That's usually my signal to back it down. Layton has been in more shows than I can count, starting also with Book of Will his sophomore year, winning not only Best Performer as a sophomore, but Best Performer as a senior, which is a pretty big accomplishment. Layton, you're gonna be missed. He's my level-headed, steady-handed guy. He's the one that's always like, okay, it'll be fine. I never really do I see outward stress in Layton. And when you give him a note, he just goes and thinks about it for a minute and goes, okay. We're like, okay, did he get it? Did he process it? But he always does, and he always comes back better on stage. Layton chose us to be his Eagle Scout project and help build a whole bunch of storage and safety kits throughout the theater to make all the glow tape here, to make it not only safer, but have more storage, which is something we're always needing. So we're pretty proud of him. He's also number 3 in his class.
I have here Heather Petty and Kevin Petty.
And what are you gonna do?
I will be majoring in biology at Baylor University.
Congratulations. All right. Please tell me I got everybody. I didn't miss anybody, right? Okay, seniors, come on out. You guys, it has been a privilege to work with these kids. I made it all the way through. I wouldn't want to spend my time with anyone else than this group that's on this stage right now. They worked so hard in a pandemic year to make their dreams come true. The hours and hours and hours spent at rehearsal and weekends and travel. And their parents too. Parents, we can't say thank you enough for all that you do for us. I don't know how I'm going to replace these 11. But I know there's a great group behind them ready to step up. But these groups always have a huge chunk of my heart. And I'm gonna miss them a lot. So right now, these seniors are gonna take their final bow. Ready? There it is, go. Thank you guys so much for supporting us in this journey.